Ohio Local County and Community News Report, May 9 to 10, 2026. Good evening, this is your detailed roundup of local county and community news and events across Ohio for Saturday, May 9 through Sunday, May 10, 2026. Drawing from reports in Ross County, Knox County, Belmont County, Scioto County, and surrounding areas, here's what's making headlines in your neighborhoods. Starting in Scioto County, the Scioto County Daily News released its Busted Arrest log on Monday, capturing bookings through early May 11, but highlighting several incidents from the weekend. On May 9, Stephen Adams was arrested for criminal damaging or endangering, Derek Quinton Baker for OVI, operating a vehicle impaired, and another individual for obstructing official business and criminal damaging or endangering. Ryan K. Steele faced charges that day for having weapons while under disability and having physical control of a vehicle while under the influence. The jail was housing 181 inmates as of the report, with these arrests reflecting ongoing local law enforcement efforts in Portsmouth and surrounding areas. Note that the log covers bookings up until 7 a.m. on publication day, so weekend activity was active. Over in Ross County, the Scioto Post continued its coverage of regional incidents, with an update on an armed suspect taken into custody after shots fired in Asheville on May 9, as reported by Jeremy Newman. This followed initial reports of the disturbance, emphasizing quick response by authorities to ensure community safety. No injuries were detailed in the update, but it underscores rising concerns over firearm-related calls in southern Ohio communities. Shifting to Belmont County, the Barnesville Area News Company logged several community updates on May 9. A highlight was the announcement of an almost famous reunion bluegrass show at the Pennyroyal Opera House in Fairview, scheduled for 7 p.m. on May 15, but promoted heavily that Friday with excitement building locally. Arts and culture enthusiasts noted it as a special feature drawing crowds for live music. Also on May 9, new materials were added to the shelves at Hutton Memorial Library, with the weekly list shared to encourage community reading, titles spanning various genres for all ages. The Barnesville Police Log for April 27 through May 3 was excerpted, providing transparency on minor incidents like traffic stops and disturbances, though no major weekend escalations were reported for May 9 to 10 specifically. Additionally, Peggy Hickenbottom, a longtime member of the Women's Club of Barnesville, was celebrated for her election as Vice President for Ohio of the General Federation of Women's Clubs, GFWC, a volunteer group focused on community service, news that broke on May 9 and rippled through local networks. In Knox County, community event listings on Knox pages pointed to no major events directly on May 9 to 10, but the momentum from the Knox County Quilt Guild's Spring into Quilting show lingered, having wrapped up on May 2 with over 200 quilts, door prizes, a raffle, vendors, and a Quilts of Valor exhibit for a $5 admission. Local chatter continued into the weekend about the talented displays by Guild members. Broader Scioto Post news archives from May 8 carried over into weekend discussions, including a fatal hit-and-run investigation in Chillicothe where a man was hit and dragged, still active with no new breaks reported by May 10, and Lancaster Port Authority securing an AEP Ohio LEAP grant for local economic fuel. Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost's warning on county investments, prioritizing public welfare, also echoed in community talks. Snapshots from the Ross County Historical Society's annual meeting on May 8 were shared widely, preserving local heritage amid these events. No large-scale community gatherings were noted precisely on May 9 to 10 in the scanned reports. Though preparations ramped up for upcoming ones like the Ross County Health District's Help Me Grow Community Baby Shower on May 13 in Chillicothe, 2 to 5 p.m., at Adena PACCAR Medical Education Center. Aimed at pregnant women and moms with infants up to 6 months, featuring door prizes, food, games, and resources. Contact Amy Unger at 740-7799652X 2241 for details. Sports notes included Belmont County's baseball recap on May 10 of the Shamrocks falling 8-5 to the Shadowside Tigers at Memorial Park, with the visitors surging in the 6th inning, a tough local matchup drawing family crowds. This covers the key local pulses from Ohio's counties over the May 9 to 10 weekend, arrests and safety responses dominating, alongside cultural nods, library boosts, and volunteer honors keeping communities connected. Stay tuned for updates as stories develop. Subscribe bell, like, comment, speech balloon, and share play button. Stay up to date with the news of your state, county, and community news. Set the notification bell so you can be notified in speech bubble of important news as soon as it is posted.